I'm in the Forgiving Collective. I seek some leniency. Well, actually, there's one accent that I'm not doing.
Oh.
And a variety that I am.
Okay, well, that's good.
I seek some leniency from a mood I was in last year when a tether end had been finally reached. I'm lucky enough to live in wonderful Edinburgh, and my year spans from August to August in perpetual anticipation of the festival Fringe. The beginning of August is always full of eagerness, fun and frivolity. I'm always happy to be a helpful guide to overseas visitors. Sometimes I not only direct them to the covert performance venues, but also take tourists down the meandering, twisted back alleyways and precarious staircases of Edinburgh's mysterious and dramatic old town. A free walking taxi is what I call myself, while I regale them with stories of the macabre past of old Dunedin. Every year a few of us have a competition to find out who at the end of August has overheard a comment or has been asked the stupidest question about Edinburgh by a tourist. I have heard such gems as, when commentating on the 6th century Edinburgh Castle, "It's so great they built the castle so close to the train station."
Where on earth is that?
I don't know where's that from. "Your city is so old, why don't you just knock it down and build new stuff?" Also, "Wow, a military tattoo office? You have a whole office just for getting tattoos off soldiers?"
Yes, that's right.
Anyway, so you know, there was a range of states there that I was going for. In retaliation for such comments, I take great delight in asking every tourist I meet if they have been haggis hunting yet. No, they reply, "Well, I say you must, and you're in luck, Kaz. No matter what time of year it is," I'm talking to them, "it happens to be haggis hunting season now, and that they should definitely go." And I tell them it's an easy thing to catch a haggis because they only have 3 legs, and one is shorter than the other, so they're easy to chase around the hill and grab hold of. But they do need a licence to go haggis catching, which they can get for a nominal fee from the Tourist Information Office at Waverley train station, the one close to where the castle was conveniently built.
Yes.
And by the end of August last year, I was tired of my bus home being an hour late and then not being able to get on it as it was so packed with bloomin' tourists, as 10cc so famously said back in the 70s. I was also fed up of being charged twice the regular price for warm, flat cider. And I got bored of giving directions to the castle, which is the big building on top of the extinct volcano dominating the skyline of central Edinburgh. It's there.
It's quite
See
clearly
that thing there?
Yeah.
There, up there. By the end of August last year, I was tired of all this. So one night, whilst waiting on another late bus, and after a few overly sweet, overpriced ciders, a group of tourists at a bus stop pointed to Edinburgh Castle and said, "Hey, what's that?" Tether reached, tolerance breached, my weariness waned, and I enthusiastically exclaimed, "That's Hogwarts."
Obviously,
Actually,
yeah.
It's Hogwarts.
Yeah.
"No," they said in broad New York accents. "The Hogwarts?" "Yes, of course, and that's actually where J.K. Rowling lives." "Really?" they asked. "Can we go up and visit? Is that..." No, it's J.K.'s private home. Tourists are only allowed up there in winter when she's living abroad, but not in the summer because she goes to the Fringe a lot, you see. I then asked the obligatory question about haggis hunting and directed them to the Tourist Information Centre. They said in their American East Coast twang...
Yeah.
Or wherever it was they came from. "We are just so thrilled to have seen the Hogwarts, and we so love Harry Potter."
Harry Potter?
"Really?" I said, drawing out the word in my Scottish East Coast accent.
Yes! Oh, here we go. Go on.
Which I'm just conveniently making neutral for the purposes of... When I say neutral, I'm not in any way like that. Scottish East Coast isn't anything. Anyway. "So I say," says Claire. "I can speak English as well. Well, have you been to the Harry Potter shop on Victoria Street?" "No. What's that?" they asked. Rather stupidly, I thought. After resisting the urge to slap my forehead, I told them it was a shop where you can get all sorts of Harry Potter things that are not sold outside of Edinburgh. "Do tell me, what? Like what?"
What?
they asked excitedly. Mischief overtook me at this point, and the cider. "Oh, the usual stuff you'd expect, like stuffed owls, Hufflepuff scarves, and wands," I answered earnestly. "Do the wands work?" Right, I thought, okay. I have officially won the prize for hearing the stupidest question on the Fringe. "Yes, of course they do, but they're only programmed to respond to Scottish accents." But I reliably informed them they could go there and buy invisibility cloaks instead. Really? They sell the real invisibility capes? Do they actually work too? Of course they do, I said. And I said it so convincingly I thought maybe next year I should be in a play in the Fringe. With Dame Maggie Smith levels of conviction, I proceeded to inform them that the cloaks worked by a technology that JK herself had made in collaboration with MI5 and their spy technology, and she's paid mega millions to have developed, and only she has the patent for, so no one else is allowed to make a similar cloak, and you can only buy one if you live in the UK. But if they can activate the invisibility component of it, they may be able to sneak it through customs and take one home. The ladies decided not to get on their bus, but went in the opposite direction to the Harry Potter shop on Victoria Street to purchase not a dialectic specific wand, but their very own invisibility cloaks. So, Father Simon, your tolerant team, I need forgiveness not for the owners or the staff of the Harry Potter shop for having to endure Americans trying to put on Scottish accents to get their plastic wands to work, or looking for the invisibility cloaks, which would be difficult to spot in any shop.
Yeah.
I certainly do not ask forgiveness from any tourists whom I've teased over the years. Buy a guidebook before you see the guidebook. Buy one of those. It'll tell you everything you need to know, but I do ask for forgiveness for the busy, tired and ever-patient tourist information guides at Waverley who have to explain again that there is no haggis hunting season, haggis cannot be hunted, and that there is no animal anywhere in the world with only 3 legs. However, this is all redeemed by the idea of Americans going to the Harry Potter shop and trying to speak to their wand in a Scottish accent just to see if it actually really works with real magic. That's an entertaining evening right there. What do you say, Sister Bobby?
It was tricky. I'm going to flip-flop on this because, first of all, Claire's a woman after my own heart. Where else can you be in August except at Edinburgh at the Fringe? Fantastic. However, no. There's only really Edinburgh. It's such a fabulous thing to be at. But here's my problem.
Yes.
Because Claire is enthusiastic about everything that's going on. But then Claire gets negative when she starts saying, my bus is late and it's busy and it's this and it's that. And I'm thinking, what you're not thinking of, Claire, is all the producers and performers that are losing thousands, all the money that's pouring into Edinburgh, all the people that are sleeping on floors because accommodation costs millions. Right, so that's why I'm cross with you.
When will someone think of the producers, Bobby?
The
minority.
The technicians, anyone who's done Edinburgh will know it costs a lot of money, and it's the people that rent out the rooms that make up the money. So, Claire, I kind of feel like not forgiving you because the Edinburgh Fringe gives you loads. However, I think I can forgive you just about for taking the mickey because it's Fringe season and basically everything is a performance and everywhere's a stage, so you are forgiven, Claire.
The whole world's a stage, Matt.
It is,
Someone once
and
said
we're
that.
all but players. Here's the point here. Either these tourists were in on the joke, and they knew that Claire was leading them on, and started asking ridiculous questions because they knew, just see how far she'd go. Oh, are they real? Will they really make me invisible? Oh my goodness, you're saying yes. I don't believe it. Or they're unbelievably gullible, and frankly, how they are allowed out on their own, I have no idea. But in either of those scenarios, then obviously Claire's forgiven because, no harm, no thing that rhymes with foul. There you go.
Owl?
Cow! Cow!
No, owl.
No, cow works.
No, owl.
Owl.
Harry Potter, owl.
Owl! Well
Owl.
done. Got there in the end,
An owl
team.
with a cow.
Owl with a cow.
Anyway, I forgot where
Did
we
we
were.
forgive?
Forgive. Yeah, obviously.